What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We are in the building. The Side Jawn is here. That's right. It's your boy Dennis Holmes doing his solo thing, baby. How y'all doing? Hope everything's going well for y'all out there. Come on in here. Let's talk. We got a little couple conversations to have. But you know what I mean? As usual, we got to hit y'all off with that goddamn theme song that y'all love so goddamn much. So, like I told y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all again. Good morning. Glad to be here. This is Dennis Holmes, and let me talk to you. Uh,
Who is your favorite rapper of all time? Go!
Biggie Smalls is the illest.
Occasionally, I do something called the five-star shout out. I love to say this line. I'm not gonna say it because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in. You can't make a. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. What's up with everybody? What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. That's right. We here on the Side Joan this morning. I'm happy to be here. It's your boy Dennis Holmes. My co-host is not here this morning. You know, she's a little under the weather. We praying for her. Hopefully that she get back well. And you know what I mean? I just want to make sure that she's all right and everything is good. But show must go on. I did start late. Yes. DJ, what's going on, man? What's going on, Lazy J? Had a hell of a show yesterday. Um, usually when we come on here, we talk about our week. My week been a little crazy this week, man. You know what I mean? I had some stomach pains on Monday that was killing me. Sent me to the ER. And let me tell y'all something. Do not go to the ER. And my grandmother told me this when I was young. Do not go to the emergency room on a Monday. OMG. And if you do go to emergency room, make sure that you go to one that's not in the hood. All right. I was just trying to hurry up and get to the hospital because that's how bad my stomach pains was. So I was sitting in there and I got there around 1 o'clock. I didn't see a doctor until 8 o'clock. That's how long I was in there. And you know me, I fell asleep. I fell asleep for a couple hours and woke up and I thought that they already called me. You know, I went to go see, the guy that's running the ER. Like, did you call Dennis Holmes yet? No, we didn't call him yet. Then I seen the same guy that came in on the ambulance and he was still there. So I was like, all right, well, they just ain't calling nobody. So about 8 o'clock, I seen a doctor. I didn't get out of that thing until about 12 that night. I felt a lot better though. I got everything done, felt a lot better. Everything was good. Um, just got to stay away from eating crazy stuff. That's what I mean. I already cut a lot of stuff out of my diet. I barely eat fried foods, but for some reason I went to go drink some tea and it didn't sit right with my stomach. I don't know, maybe it was the stuff I ate the night before to go with the tea. I don't know what it was, but that combination ain't sit right with my stomach. So, number one thing I know for sure, there will be no more going to the emergency room on a Monday, and there will be no more going to the emergency room in the hood. Those are things I know for sure, for sure. All right. Now, also, besides that, it's been a real good week though. Work was cool. Y'all know me, the podcast life. I'm on usually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I come to y'all Saturday morning. We had a special show that we did with Willie's Bar this Thursday. That was a pretty good show, man. We talked about things we did in relationships and crazy how crazy things went. I'm gonna have to say I really, really enjoyed that show. Learned a lot too. Learned a lot. You kind of learn some things about how freaky it gets for some people and how similar some of your lives are when it comes to certain situations. That's what I've learned. How similar some of your lives are. Um, One thing I can say for sure in this podcast life, it has helped me become a better communicator in this podcast life because I really struggle with communicating, like in a lot of things, like even in jobs, like when I had jobs and I'll be the assistant manager, and next thing you know, the assistant GM, something happens with him where as though he can't be at the job no more. Now I'm the assistant manager, and my GM comes to me and say, "Yeah, well, we need somebody to pick up the slack for John because he ain't gonna be here." And I go and I knock it out, and me thinking, "You see me knock it out. You seen what I did for these last 2 weeks. You see me put the work in that John was doing." Now we sitting in the meeting, and in the meeting he'll say, "Yeah, we still looking for a replacement for John." Well, why? And I'm me. I just think automatically. Obviously, you didn't want me to be the replacement because you didn't even come to me and say, "Hey, Dennis, you know what? Since you did a good job for these 2 weeks, we're gonna have you go ahead and replace John to be the assistant general manager." But then there's a lot of people that also tell me, "No, you're gonna have to speak up and say that to your GM so they would know that you could go ahead and be the assistant general manager." But like I said, before me podcasting, I would have just been like, all right, it's time for me to look for a new job because obviously they're not looking at me to be the assistant general manager. They don't want me to move up. They're not looking, they want to keep me right where I'm at. They're not helping me grow. Those are the things that I would have said back then. Those are the ways that I would have felt back then. Now I know I'm gonna say something so I can get your exact answer, and I'm gonna show you what I'm worth, and then I'm gonna tell you what I did and how I can take over, and then I'm gonna see what you say. And if you don't say things that are according to me right, then I'm gonna have to say, listen, I'm gonna have to, respectfully, I'm gonna have to go. And that comes with like effective communication. I didn't have effective communication. Like I said, I just felt as though it was certain things that you should just know. You know what I mean? If I'm in a like even in relationships, if I was in a relationship with a girl and you know what I mean, she's seeing that I was always out, working and doing things and I barely had time for something. Obviously, I felt as though that she should know, like, yo, I see you tired, you don't really do nothing. I ain't gonna put too much on you this time. No, some women don't even give a damn about that you worked all day and you tired. And they still want you to do all this extra honey-do list type stuff. That's what I'm just gonna say, honey-do list type stuff. And I'd be feeling as though that's bullshit. But you know what? You got to communicate things all the time if you're going to be in a relationship. That's why relationships so hard. It's kind of easier to just break up and be single. That's one of the main reasons why I think relationships are so hard because you got to do so much as a team, and a lot of people are not willing to be team players. You have to do so much, and a lot of people ain't willing to be team players. And if y'all got kids, like outside kids, like that's not with the people that's, you know what I mean, that you're with, it's even harder because those outside parents, they play a role as well. And you can't affect them to fuck up your team. That's the way things go. You can't let the kids fuck up your team. Let's get that part out the way too. Teamwork makes a dream work for real. But you're gonna have to keep communicating that and keep drilling it. And I know there's a lot of people say, well, I done told such and such a bunch of times that, this is what I want to do. And they never even made the effort. They never even did. Have you made effort on things that they wanted to do? You're going to tell me yes, but I want you to sit back and think about it. One hand washes the other. Sit back and ask them, hey, you know I like flowers. Why you never got me flowers? Why you never got me flowers? Why you never do things above and beyond to make me happy? Ask them. See what they say. Because the things that you asking for don't cost a lot for your happiness. And I believe that happiness is everything. So maybe you should sit back, you should ask them, see where it goes. That's on that. There's a lot of other things I learned in this podcast entertainment world. Everything ain't as bright as you think it is, and everybody ain't got it going on like you thought they did. I can tell you that for sure. One of the best experiences, which almost was one of the worst experiences last year for me, was going to the BET Awards. It really showed me that, you can see black excellence in a room full of people that are happy, drinking, enjoying themselves, and having a good time. But it also showed me that at the same time, uh, those same black people could tear you down and make you think that you need them when you don't need anybody. All you need is yourself. As long as you got God, you're gonna be good. That's the way that my grandmother and my mother, you know what I mean, they taught me aunts and everything. So that's the way I always went about things. One of the main things my grandma used to always say, I used to come to my grandma like, yeah, a lot of people just gonna keep talking about me. And my grandma said, well, they threw rocks at Jesus, so you're gonna be bad people out there all the time. You just gotta keep it pushing, get past all that. You gotta keep it pushing, get past all that. Let me know there's always gonna be haters. And I have to say, one of the best advice I ever got because now when people talk, I really don't really care. It just is what it is. But like I said, podcasting. Today the reason why I'm talking about podcasting so much because today I'm going to a PodCon, hosted by Wallow 267. That's a free event in Philly at the Met. It's supposed to be there today about 4:30, so I will be at that event today. They are giving out a lot of information. It's supposed to be Wallow and the lady that started World Star Hip Hop. Um, and also Charlemagne the God is supposed to be. That's another person supposed to be Charlemagne the God. So I'm going there to go get a lot of information to see how I can build and be better and get bigger and bigger in podcasting. So that's where I'm going with that, and those are the levels that I'm trying to get on. And there's a couple of things that's like going on this year that I want to do. Like I want to go to the NFL draft this year, and I know that's in Detroit. And I want to go to thank you, Lise. I wanna go to the NFL draft this year. That's in Detroit. I want to go back to the BET Awards because I actually want to go and get a deeper experience in the BET Awards than what I got last time. I was I was hoodwinked last time to think that I was going to be doing something differently than what I was doing. Obviously, like I said, everybody ain't doing what you think they doing out there in the streets. All right, don't be believing the hype. Some people just like to put themselves head and shoulders above everybody and really ain't doing nothing bigger than what you doing. All right, You- that's what I'm gonna let you know. So don't believe the hype. Just because you see them saying a lot of things and talking about they talking to big artists and all that, don't believe the hype. Do not believe the hype. Do your own research. Always have a backup plan. Let me tell you that. Always have a backup plan. Let me make sure I say. I'm gonna make sure I say that again. You going somewhere on vacation or something like that? Always have a backup plan and make sure, no matter what. This is the one thing I always preach on the side, John. Make sure you're happy. All I preach is happiness here. That's it. All I preach is happiness. 'Cause at the end of the day, you got to be happy. 'Cause if you ain't happy, it ain't gonna work out. That's just is what it is. If you ain't happy, it ain't gonna work out. But that's what I learned. Yeah, like I said, I want to go back to the BET Awards. I still want to travel and go to a couple places. I definitely got to get to Texas this year, no matter what. That's mostly it. I definitely got to get to Texas, no matter what. We'll be coming to ATL this year to go see Lazy J. Most definitely, most definitely. Hopefully, she's still there and having a good time. She might have went on vacation, knowing her. But needless to say, I'm trying to get around in this entertainment space a little bit better and see things different. You know, see things differently. I would like to go to the Essence Fest in New Orleans, but that's a little bit too close to the BET Awards. Them things like a little bit too they too close. So I would like to go, but I don't know if if that's gonna work out. That's what I'm saying. I would like to go, but I don't know if that's gonna work out. That's all I can tell y'all. But if you out here and you're doing a podcast and you're trying to see where it's going to go and what's going on, the number one thing I could tell you is be consistent. Come on here, have a show, be ready, know what you're going to talk about, have your subjects in line, get in, get out, and have a good time. Those are some of the things that I'm going to tell you. And make sure that you promote your podcast because you have to promote more than you've ever promoted in your life. I'm going to say that again. You have to promote more than you ever promoted in your life. Okay? I know some of y'all are like, yeah, well, I tagged a couple of my friends and I told people I was gonna be on YouTube and all. Yeah, that ain't enough. That ain't enough. You got to go be on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. If there's an outlet, you need to be on there and promote. And you keep promoting until they kick you off. And if you need any help, make sure y'all reach out to the Sam Sports Network. If you need any help with anything in podcasts, make sure you reach out to the Sam Sports Network. It's not what you could do for the network. It's what the network could do for you. Yeah. Well, listen, and it's kind of crazy, at least that you say that, because that was probably one of the most difficult things. Kind of crazy. It's one of the things I'm going to talk about. When I got into the merch game, when I first got into the merch game, it was amazing. Like I was just getting a couple. I was really just buying T-shirts just for me to wear. So when I'm out, I can advertise. Hey, I'm the Ignorant Thinker podcast. This is what I do. You know what I mean? Every time you'll see me, I'll have a shirt or a hoodie on. And I was just getting. I literally sent. I want to say I sent him like 3 shirts and 3 hoodies. This was before the pandemic started. It was 2020, but it was January 2020 before Kobe died and before COVID really pushed that I sent him that stuff because I was about to go on somebody's show in February of that same at that same time. About to go on somebody's show in February, and one of my homies he was having a show and he was like, "Look, I want you to come through as a guest because I seen what you've been doing." I said, "All right, bet." And I was like, "Well, I want to wear something that everybody know that I'm the Ignorant Thinker podcast, so they know where to find with reach me and all that." And I gave it to one of my homies who does the merch. That this is what he actually specializes in. Only thing about this dude is he will take forever, but his price is cheap, but he takes forever. So, like I said, I gave that to him in January. I didn't get that back till about April due to the way the pandemic hit and how everything went down. When I got it in April, I just got it, took a couple pictures with the stuff I had, and I was excited for that. Then I had my cousin and a couple people in my comments like, "Yo, how much the shirt? I need one. Send me a shirt to my house. How much the shirt? I'm about to cash at me for my." Like I ain't got no shirt. So then after that, I went and I bought shirts and I got those printed up and he got them back to me in June. When he got them back to me, I said, "All right, I got shirts. I got shirts for sale now." I sold shirts for $20. I got those back in June. I want to say, and I got 40 shirts. I want to say exactly 2 weeks later, I sold out all 40 shirts in 2 weeks. And I was like, wow. And then next thing after that, I went and got more shirts made. And I sold out of all of those shirts. All those shirts I sold out of. I think I went and got 20 more shirts made. Those ones got sold out. So when those shirts got sold out, I was like, all right, I got something going here. Now is July. Now is July. And the first thing I'm thinking is I gotta do hoodies. And I'm all right. So now that you know what kind of people you work with, you gotta pre-plan things. I know he gonna take a while. I know these hoodie season is right around October. So I looked to see how much the hoodies cost to buy the hoodies in bulk. I was gonna buy the hoodies in bulk, and the hoodies was only going for like $6. So I bought the hoodies in bulk. Went ahead, when he got them printed up and everything. He got them back to me at the end of August. And then I was selling hoodies. I was selling hoodies, and then I had like a couple hats I was selling, and the love just kept coming. And I gotta appreciate everybody that bought something. I gotta appreciate everybody that's out there still wearing it. I want to thank y'all. Thank y'all for your love and support, and thank y'all for always out, wearing it and showing your appreciation because, like I said, people still be asking, and people be asking me when you gonna have some more merch. Only problem is this merch game is a headache, and it's definitely a headache. And I got tired of going back and forth. Now I'm gonna tell you what was the bad part about the merch game for me. Now that was 2020, how merch was going good in 2020. Now it's 2021. It's February. I get black shirts. I get all black shirts because I wanted black shirts with white writing on it, right? I wanted to say Talk Years Tuesday on the front, and I wanted to say Ignorant Thinker Podcast on the back. That's all I want. That's what I told him, right? Black shirts, white writing. He messed the shirts up. It got to a point that I think I gave him 30 shirts. Black shirts, white writing. Gave him 30 shirts. Some shirts had Talk Your Ish on the front, Ignorant Thinker Podcast on the back. Other shirts had Ignorant Thinker Podcast on the front, Talk Your Ish on the back. He messed up the whole concept. And now I'm sitting there and I'm stuck and I'm like, but he realized he fucked up, so he didn't um take the money. You know what I mean? He just took some of it. Like he didn't charge me full price is what I wanted to say. He realized that he messed up. He didn't charge me full price, but it really like messed me up. So then I also gave him hoodies too. He messed some of the hoodies up the same way. And I was like, yo, you just messed up the whole concept. Like the whole thing. I wanted the whole black and white feel for Talk Years Tuesday because after black and white, I wanted to go get another color and another color. Like I wanted a bunch of colors of Talk Years Tuesday on the front, Ignorant Thinker Podcast on the back. It's all I want, just a bunch of different colors. You might see a yellow and red one. You might see a black and yellow one. You might see a green and yellow one. You might see a purple yellow one, like Laker colors. You know what I mean? You might see a green and white one, like Eagles colors. But that's what I wanted. I wanted different flavors of Talkish on there. So that way, every time you see me, I got a different Talkish Tuesday flavor color on there. That's all I want. But he messed up the concept. I really didn't want to mess with him no more. I wanted to get a whole new vendor. I tried to go get a new vendor. Every new vendor wanted to charge you all this extra money to the point that you don't make no money back on these t-shirts. So then I would have to charge y'all $35 for a t-shirt instead of y'all $20 for a t-shirt. And nobody's paying $35 for a t-shirt for a regular t-shirt. You know what I mean? So that was the dilemma that I was going through. Now hopefully this year I can get to it and get back and get the merch going this year and have it looking nice. Um, but like I said, we'll see. I really do. I want to get the hats going. I actually want to get beanies going, honestly, because I love wearing beanies. So I actually want to get beanies going. So if anybody can point me in a direction to somebody that actually does beanies like this, because I actually want to get these done. Um, he gonna say if Beyonce charge $50 and they buy it, you can charge 40. It's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. But I try not to hit people's pockets too hard. I never do. I never try to hit people's pockets. That's probably why I've never had a live show yet. Because I've never seen to the point of how I can charge people for a live show, not hit their pockets, but still give them something, still give them a quality show. Like, as I've been to live shows, okay? Get this out the way. I've been to a lot of live shows, all right? And I noticed that people are charging you VIP prices at these live shows, and you ain't getting nothing VIP-ish. All right? Let me say this again. I've been to live shows, and people will charge you VIP prices. And the difference between VIP and general admission was nothing. All right. And those are some of the things that I had to sit back and I had to say, no, if I do a show, my VIP people are going to feel like they're VIP. And that's exactly how I feel about the situation. No way you should be paying another $25 to be VIP. You don't sit nowhere special. You don't get no special bag. You didn't you didn't all you got was a picture with the with the person who's running the show. But then you sit back and you look, everybody got a picture of the person who's running the show. So what made yours so different? Then they say, oh, with the VIP, you come in a little early. You realize the line's around the corner. So ain't nobody getting in a little early. I pay attention to all of this. And like I said, I realize if I do it, I got to do it right. So that's probably why I haven't had a live show yet, because I want to do it right. And I want to have people there and I want them to enjoy themselves. Kilo in the house. What's up, Kilo? He said Snapple Facts. He said I went to a Dirt concert in DC. The VIP only got me to stand in the front of the stage, but the general admission, them MFers had seats and sat in a bit of distance. Well, it is what it is. Like I said, it all depends on who you want to see and how you want to get it. Everybody at my party is going to be VIP, but like I said, if you pay for VIP, I want you to feel VIP. Exactly how I want you to feel. I've been to some events where you pay for VIP, you got VIP stuff. You got a little special gift bag. You sat up front. You ate before everybody else. That was your VIP purchase. That's what you paid for. You had endless mimosas with your VIP. Those are the things that I've seen. All right, your VIP actually meant something. Like I said, this is the podcast entertainment life that I sit back, I look at, and I just want to do better. I want to get better. I want to do better. You need a Side Jawn hat. Switch the attire up for the shoes. I got to. I got to switch it up. That's why I said I need to get a hat. I want to get another T-shirt. I want to get T-shirts like different flavors. I want different flavors T-shirts. I want different hats. I actually want to get another button up with a patch on it, like I did before. I actually want to do that. So it's a lot. Like I said, there's a lot I want to do where I want to go. Uh, is and is upcoming. And Lizzie J said, make it a fundraiser show. Okay, that sounds nice. I hope it work out like that. I don't know, but you know, let me talk about something that I usually don't talk about on the side, John. I usually try to stay away from talking sports. That's what I usually try to stay away from. I don't really want to talk sports, but I usually try to stay away from talking sports. But the conversations that has been brewing in my city has been ridiculous. All right. There are conversations in my city that the Eagles are going to fire Nick Sirianni. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, now I wasn't the biggest fan of Nick Sirianni. I'm not going to say a lot. Wasn't the biggest fan of Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni grew on me. I was not the biggest fan. Nick Sirianni was a t-shirt wearing Waka Flocka, is what I call him. And his first season, he went 9-8. And I was like, he's starting to grow. He had that thing about, it's a plant and you gotta water it, you gotta let it grow. So everybody used to wear these little plant hats and stuff like that, just to joke with him. Next season he comes out, he takes us to the Super Bowl. This season we start off 10-1 and we hit a wall. We hit a wall. We hit a big wall. And we ain't been the same since. We won one game since that 10-1. And now everybody like, oh, we gotta fire Nick Sirianni. This is the worst ending ever. He ain't a good coach. I don't see that he needs to be fired. And just because coaches are getting fired left and right doesn't mean it's a good idea. Let me say that as well. I've been an Eagles fan for a long time. Y'all were sitting here talking about how y'all missed Andy Reid, but y'all was the same ones that said he need to go. Then you got a Chip Kelly, and you realize you want that old thing back. That's what you realize. I was also around for the Rich Kotite days, where y'all couldn't stand him. Well, we couldn't stand. I ain't gonna say y'all. We couldn't stand Rich Kotite. Nobody liked Rich Kotite. I was around for that too. I'm here to tell you, everything ain't gonna be sunshine and rainbows just because you let somebody go or somebody got to get out of there. Now, there's certain things that I don't like that's going on, but I believe that they can be fixed. But I'm not here saying let's fire Nick Sirianni. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we need to fix what's going on in house, and a lot of things are happening that does not look right for the Philadelphia Eagles. A lot of people say, "Oh, I believe Ocho Cinco Eagles are playing possum," and hopefully they are. But if they not, and we end up losing on Monday, it's going to be real shaky in Philadelphia. And I do not want to fire Nick Sirianni to go get Bill Belichick, even though I know that ain't what they're going to do. That's not even Philadelphia Eagle-ish. Not at all. Not even a little bit. They will not do that. Um, I I'm not in it. I don't like the talk. I don't like how AJ Brown deleted all his stuff and everybody like, oh, he a diva. He don't want to be here. That's why he deleted all his Eagle stuff. I don't like that conversation. Then reports come out today that he's not playing on Monday. He's ruled out. He needs to get healthy. Let him get healthy. That's how I feel. Let him get healthy. Let him get things together. He will be all right. All right. We're not firing Nick Sirianni. He's came in. He's taken 3 years, three straight playoff appearances. I'm not mad at Nick Sirianni. Not one bit. Not mad at him. Not one bit. He gonna have his struggles. This is what's going to happen. This right here builds character. Okay. This right here builds character. This is how you're going to be better. If it ain't meant to be, it ain't meant to be. It is what it is. I'm not that mad. Obviously, and y'all sitting here looking as Eagles fans as if, oh, everything was just supposed to be perfect. How many teams you know go to back-to-back Super Bowls? It ain't that many that go to back-to-back Super Bowls, especially after they lost the first one. After losing the first one and then going to another Super Bowl after that, it's very hard to do. Then we got the hardest schedule to go with it. We didn't get it easy. We got the hardest schedule in the NFL. We're number one, hardest schedule in the NFL. We start off 10-1 and then hit the wall we were supposed to hit. We end up being 11 win team. That's what we end up being, 11 win team. 11-6. And y'all sitting here Like, oh, I can't believe we look this bad and all. We won 11 games out of that hard ass schedule. It's hard to go to back-to-back Super Bowls, especially after you lost one. Not many teams don't even make the playoffs after they lost a Super Bowl. We're back in the playoffs. We have a chance. We still have our team together. Our quarterback finger's a little fucked up. AJ Brown ain't gonna be there. Who should be an all first team all pro, but it is what it is. He ain't gonna be there. Those are things that you gotta sit back and you just gotta look at. I appreciate this shit. They did good this year. I appreciate this shit. I appreciate what's going on. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they was doing their thing. But we gotta see them on Monday. And I got a long history with the Tampa. Oh, speaking of here go AB. I got a long history with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's long, man. It's long. This history with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man, go back 20 plus years. Them damn Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we used to own them at one point in the playoffs. They couldn't beat us, and they had a thing that they couldn't win games below 40 degrees. That was their thing. They couldn't win games below 40 degrees. So my whole thing, our whole thing back then was, as long as we got them in Philly, we got it. We're gonna beat them, and we always beat them until that one NFC Championship game, and it's below 40 degrees, and we come out that game and we go up 7-0 early. And next thing you know, somebody poked Warren Sapp in the eye. They talking about Warren Sapp might be out. I said, oh, this gonna be good. And that Tampa Bay Bucks defense turned up to another level. We lost that game 27-10. I told you we was up 7-0 in the first 5 minutes. We put up only 3 points after that. That's why when people sit here and tell me, oh, what's the best defense you ever seen? Tampa 2. That's the best defense I've ever seen. They closed down the vet. They closed down the vet, right? Closed down the vet that year. First game in Lincoln Financial Field. First game. Game 1 in Lincoln Financial Field. We played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They bust our ass again. Like it was nothing. Like it was nothing. Just to let us know. No, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. We still gonna beat y'all. Yeah. I need my shit back in blood. All right. Just want to let y'all know I need my shit back in blood. I want my shit back in blood. Man, Tom Brady 2 years ago beat us in the playoffs first round, and I ain't like that either. I want my shit back in blood. All right, that's how I want my shit back. I want my shit back in blood. I don't like how none of this went down. But like I said, when they asked me, who's the best defense you ever seen? Tampa 2. And I ain't making it up because they got 4 Hall of Famers on that defense. I ain't making it up. There's 4 Hall of Famers on that defense. That's the best defense I've ever seen. Tampa 2. But Monday is gonna be real, man. Final notes though. Final notes. Besides the Eagles, man, Eagles fans get me all fired up, and AB over here talking his smack about Tampa Bay. But final words over here. Sharon, my sidekick to the Side Jawn, one of the best, co-hosts out there who, challenges me to go to another level and to talk about things differently than what we always talking about, and lets me see things a little different, and help me come up with these different situations with the Side Jawn, like how we got the I Love Music segment, and putting it on a pie segment, and the Heroes segment, and we also have the Writer's Block. Those are the segments that we have, and we'll have people come on. And we got the Superfan segment as well. And we'll have people come on and they'll tell us about how they got started and what's going on, and we'll interview them. And it's made me better as an interviewer. It made me do more research to find out about these people. It also made me appreciate, some of the things that you hear in these stories, and educate me as well. So I want to give a shout out to Sharon. Like I said, I hope she is doing well. Hope everything is well with her. Shout out to Sister Sheila as well. Sister Sheila, if y'all don't notice, after every show, she'll come on and give us her feedback, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, constructive criticism of how she felt on the show. And I want to give a shout out to her on that. I definitely want to give a shout out to everybody that came out today, from AB to BJ to Leezy J to Kilo, who I was surprised to see Kilo early this morning. Thank y'all for coming out. Like I said, I gotta go to the PodCon today down at the Met. I'm trying my best to go ahead and get on and get this money, because when I get on and get this money and knock this door open, trust me, I'm gonna be taking a lot of y'all with me. All right. So, and then final words. I said, Chocolate Girl, get yourself together. Hopefully everything works out. Praying for you and your family. Uh, Also, want to say, everybody out there, I'm not eating nothing crazy. I'm not. I really ain't. I just been I'm not eating nothing else crazy. I don't mess. If you don't know me, I don't mess with the aches. And I know y'all like, well, what's the aches? I don't mess with toothaches, stomach aches, headaches. I don't mess with the aches. All right, I don't mess with the aches at all. Strong dude, but I can't fuck with the aches. That's just me. Josh Bailey in the joint. Yeah. So like I said, make sure no matter whatever's going on in your life, make sure that you stay happy, because happiness is the key. All right. Find something that makes you happy. Do things that makes you happy. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Telling you, somebody steals your joy, is you will be upset. You need to be happy. Happiness is the key, and that's all I preach here on the Side Jawn. So again, thank y'all for coming out this morning. Have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. Holla at your boy.